Toe ties, how to tie your skates to your pad, whether it's roller hockey, ball hockey, ice hockey. There's so many different ways to do it. And please, parents, if you're watching this for your kid, take notes because there's so many ways not to do it. But we're going to get into that right now. So, starting off, you're going to see two different pair of pads here because we got the bungees, which I use for ice, and we got laces, which I use for roller, but you can use them on the ice as well. So we're going to show you both different ways you can do this. If you are a roller hockey goalie and you're not sure how to tie your pads to your skate, a good friend of mine in New Jersey hooked me up to make it work. So you see this little thing at the end there sticking out. What Eric did was take my skate, he drilled through the toe cap here, and passed the blade and just put a knot so you can't pull it out of the skate. You cannot pull it out of the skate. And this knot is where I pass the lace for my skates. This loop here, it goes through there, goes through the back of the skate and ties in the front. And this way it never interferes with my wheels. The pad stays on my leg properly, doesn't over-rotate, and I have full control like I did on the ice. Thank you, Eric, so much for hooking this up because I tried 15, 20 different ways and it never worked. This loop is a lifesaver. Kind of wish I had Connect skates just so I don't have to tie laces, but they're tied. Boom, just like that. So, in roller hockey, the bungees do not work very well. On my pad, and because I'm using Warrior pads, this is super flexible and adjustable. I have roughly 6 knots with the laces. This gives me movement so that I can move my foot when I drop down and be able to push. You can do as many knots as you want. I like to do 6. So what we first do here, take it, pass it through the loop, pass it through the loop. I like to go upwards towards me. Once they're both in like that, and they're at the edge of the knot, I will wrap it in a second time. Just like that. This way, it can't get loose. It cannot get loose and it will not touch my wheel. Then I go behind the skate. In the bower skate there's a flap here. I pass it at the back. Through. And through. Tie it nice and tight. As you can see, it's tied around my foot, around the front. And you finish your knot. This is what the final product looks like. This will never touch my wheel. It will never ever touch my wheel. I have ample space. Goes around the back. Yes, it looks benderish, but it works. And then when I have my pad up, I have ample space for my foot to move, and it'll never touch the front of my wheel. Just like that, it'll never touch the front of the wheel. We can roll around, we can do what we need to do, and make sure that you make the save. And also, how cool is it that my binding matches my pad? Now, just to be clear, that lace setup I just did on the roller pad is something you could do on your ice pad as well. Absolutely 100%. You can, without drilling the hole through your skate, you pass it in front of the blade, make sure it's nice and tight to that cowling, which we're going to show on the ice skate. Pass it through the holes of the middle, around the back of the skate, and up to the front. The important thing to note with laces is you need to give yourself 2, 3, 4 inches of gap. You look at some NHL guys like Devin Levi, they have like 6 inches of gap almost, and some don't. So it's a preference thing, but at least 3 inches. Give yourself that room for your foot to move. It'll give you better connection to the ice, better movement, better everything. And then once you're there, it also saves your hips and your knees the strain that it had before. And that's also why some people don't like the bungee option, which I'm about to show. I use the bungee option because I'm old and lazy and it's just easy to put on. Let's get into what the bungee option looks like. Like I mentioned, if you're going to use a player lace, if you're going to use a skate lace on the ice, tie it super tight to here, pass it through the main one. You could go to the back and then back here, or you just here, up to your foot. So this way it holds nice and tight and is far from the blade. If it's super tight, it'll never touch this. It'll never worry about cutting. I like to tie a knot here so that when I bring it up, I know this is tight and there's no way any of this is getting loose throughout the game. The bungees are super simple, and I use the Pro Lace bungees just because they're the highest quality ones out there. To the front of the skate, nice and tight, through the middle, and then up and over and tie them just like that. The bungees give you good room and they do not go lower and touch the ice. They stay up high, nice and tight. They give you good ankle mobility, good flexion. My feet have no problem there. And this way, just quick and simple, easy to snap on. Here you can see if I go down, my roller skate has all the flexibility and mobility in the world. I could do what I want. My ice skate, same exact thing. I could do what I want when I want. My toe is so not close to the ice that I can pick from here. At the end of the day, it's just super important that your foot has that flexibility, that mobility to move with ease when it needs to move, how it needs to move, no matter what. Those are the ways I do it. Like I said, there's many different ways to tie your skates out there to your pad. I used to use the buckles like they did in the olden days. My junior team, I had the buckles going through the front because I was tired of breaking laces and I didn't have bungees yet. Find the way that works for you. This has worked for me, especially for you roller goalies out there. This is the best solution I've ever seen. You have to try it. Before you go anywhere, don't forget to check out the new merch, the meaning behind the Heffy brand. Enjoy every second. In the back, you could see the design Hockey's Life, wherever you fall in love with the game, playing outside, whether it's at an outdoor rink or on the street. The link is in the description for the merch. And of course, for all you goalies out there who are looking for goalie coaching, looking for a program to get your skills, your details to the next level, click the link down below. I made videos on everything you need to know to become a great goalie. Thank you guys for watching.